precious metals industry is lying to you. They say that silver can go to $100 in the next couple of years. Sounds great, right? 400% gain? Wrong. There's something very important that they're not telling you. Unless you've been living under a rock for the last few years, you know that the dollar and dollar-denominated assets are in a lot of trouble. There's a big bullseye painted right on them. There's record demand for precious metals. It's from the central banks, from investors, from industry, from institution. Everybody knows that something big is coming, but with that movement into precious metals, you also see all the commentators and all the salesmen come out, and they come out with all their stories trying to capitalize on that fear. What they do is they turn it into the sunniest day ever for silver. Silver's going to go to $100. Silver's going to go to $200. Silver's going to go to $600. I've seen $600. These commission-based salesmen and these ad-supported commentators on YouTube, they're just telling your greed what it wants to hear. The price of silver doesn't exist in a vacuum. We live in the real world. And in the real world, silver requires a lot of oil to be mined. And energy is not cheap, and as we move towards more geopolitical conflicts, the price of energy is going to continue to increase. So to justify a $100 silver price, some reasonable questions. What would the price of oil need to be? And if the price of oil is so high, what's the price of everything else going to be? What will interest rates be? What's the stock market going to look like? The bond market, the housing market? Even if silver goes to $100, it's not a windfall to riches. It's not a growth of purchasing power. That increase in the price of silver only represents the loss of the purchasing power that's expected in the dollar. They tell you that the price of silver is going to go to $100, but don't make the mistake of thinking that that's $100 of today's purchasing power. That's going to be $100 of the future's purchasing power. So it's not what they say that it is. It shouldn't give you excitement to go and buy silver hoping that you're going to get some gain. Think about your entire portfolio moving from offense to defense. So silver, it's not going to be a gain for you. It's just a way to protect your purchasing power. It's a commodity. An ounce of silver is the same today as it was 10 years ago, right? So it really, things like gold and silver, they don't change over time. So they're really just a reflection on the strength of the dollar's purchasing power. Now, an argument that you're going to hear from the commission-based salesmen and from the other YouTubers, which I don't mean them any disrespect, I just disagree with them. They'll say that, there's going to be an increased demand in industry. They're going to make more solar panels and they're going to make more electric cars. Yeah, that's absolutely true. However, that is already priced into the market. By definition, silver price is priced by the COMEX, and the COMEX is futures contracts. They look into the future and they try and analyze the supply and demand issues for both the industrial side and investment. They're looking several months, 6, 7, 8 months into the future, trying to figure out what the trends are going to play out over the year, and then they're trying to give a fair price for silver today based on what they expect future usage to be. So the argument about solar panels and electric cars, it's already priced in. It's not like that the market has forgot about this. The market is very sharp. They're looking for every single penny that they can make in silver. So in that world where inflation is ridiculous and the stock market is broken and gasoline is 15, 20 bucks a gallon and groceries cost 4 times what they cost right now, more people are going to turn to the government for handouts. So which means that politics are going to go farther left than they already are, which means more taxes for you. I would encourage you to buy as much silver as you can, but not to have the mindset that it's going to make you rich. I would say think of it like a savings account. Why would it matter if silver goes to 100? Because it's not an investment. It's a way to protect your purchasing power. Since it's a means of protecting your power instead of growing your power, You need to make sure that you don't get sucked in by the greed-based arguments from the commission-based and ad-supported salesmen that want to tell your greed what you want to hear. If you enjoy my perspective, if you want to hear more videos, if you want to hear more of my thoughts, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. This is Ryan. Y'all keep a man of mindset. Keep your faith in God. Know that the time is short, and have a blessed day.